Hey everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to another video. I hope you all had a really happy and safe Christmas and holidays. Now I'm back with another video. This is my top 10 TV shows of 2015. Everyone else is doing their top 10 movies of 2015. However, I'm waiting for January 15th because the UK has horrible release dates, so I'm waiting for Creed, Room and The Revenant to come out to see if they would make my top 10 of 2015 list. I'm sorry for the delay. I just have to see those films first because I know for a fact I'm going to love The Revenant and I just want to add it on my list. So that will be coming soon on January 15th. While making this list and while I tell this list to you guys, bear in mind that I do not watch every single TV show that ever existed. I don't watch Better Call Saul, I don't watch House of Cards, I don't watch Homeland, I do not watch Vikings, I don't watch Mad Men, so I don't watch every single TV show. These are just the ones that I've watched because otherwise I couldn't give my opinion on them. However, let's get on with the top 10 TV shows of 2015. At number 10 we have Orphan Black Season 3. This has been one of my favourite TV shows for a while. Season 3 I was intrigued by it because now we have the male clones as well as the female clones and it could just expand a lot more. But with this season in general, there were certain clones that weren't in it as much as they were in the previous two seasons, and kind of some of the storylines strayed away from what was actually going on in the show, which distracted me a lot from what was going on in general. The acting by Tatiana Maslany, who plays several different clones on the show, is fantastic as always. I love all the characters, they have so much development and she just kills it as each and every one of them. I still watch the show and forget it's the same actress playing each character. As with the previous two seasons of Orphan Black, this show expands its universe and expands its ideas, and I just cannot wait for season 4 just because we were left on such a big cliffhanger on season 3. Coming in at number 9 we have Marvel's Agent Carter, which is the spin-off show about Peggy Carter from the Captain America movies. Now I haven't read the comics of Agent Carter or of Captain America in general, but I love this show as a whole. It's fun, it has great action, Hayley Atwell kills it in the role of Agent Peggy Carter, and it's really nice to see a female-led superhero show. And the main focus of it isn't the superheroes and isn't the superpowers, because Agent Peggy Carter is a normal human who is not an Avenger, but she carries it so well just as her character. She's badass, she's smart, she's witty. I absolutely love Peggy Carter as a character, and I think she carries this 8-episode first season so well. They keep it interesting and entertaining even though there isn't the superheroes in it. The 1940s setup mixed with all of this action just works so well together. I love the styling of the show, I love the writing in the show. The plot lines were a bit messy at points, but I still really loved Agent Carter as a whole. I cannot wait for season 2 to come out. Coming in at number 8 we have How to Get Away with Murder season 2. If anything, How to Get Away with Murder season 2 is better than How to Get Away with Murder season 1. I was worried this show wouldn't have anything to do after season 1 had so many twists and turns and was such a shocking show and so surprising to me because I'd never watched any of Shonda Rhimes' other shows before. But How to Get Away with Murder, the first season, was one of my favourite shows of 2014, and I was super anticipating season 2 in 2015. And what can I say? Things just get bigger and better, there's more twists and turns, there's more character development, it's more intriguing, it's more entertaining, and it just keeps going. This show has no boundaries of where it will go, and each episode I'm left on the edge of my seat anticipating the next episode and left with more questions than answers, and that's what I love in a TV show about murder mysteries. Coming in at number 7, have you guessed it, one of the posters behind me, it's AMC's The Walking Dead. Now in October of 2015 I binge watched season 1 to 5 of The Walking Dead in preparation for season 6, and I love this show. I got super addicted to it. I put it off for such a long time just because I was very intimidated of how many episodes there were to watch. But The Walking Dead is such a fantastic show. Can get repetitive at times, but you literally get so attached to the characters in the show. And season 6 in particular, it's been quite slow, but in episode 3 of season 6, if you watch the show you know exactly what I'm talking about, I guess spoiler alert for The Walking Dead, when we thought Glenn had died, the world flipped themselves. There was outrage and outcries, and although Glenn isn't dead, spoiler alert again, everyone was in such shock because Glenn Rhee from the show is such a beloved character. He's my favourite character, and each episode I am just kind of worried for the character's safety because I feel like in the upcoming episodes of season 6 there is going to be no mercy for any of the characters. So I love The Walking Dead because it surprises me, it scares me, it grosses me out, and I'm attached to the characters. So season 6 of The Walking Dead was definitely one of my favourite shows of the year. I need to get on board on watching Fear the Walking Dead, which was the spin-off show that came out this year as well, because it has Alicia Denham Carey in it from The 100, and I love her. And if it's anything like The Walking Dead, I know I'll love it as well. Number 6 is The 100 Season 2. I absolutely adored the first season of The 100. It was my favourite TV show of 2014. And what happens? It gets bigger, it gets better in season 2. If you are not on board with 100, you really should binge watch this show before season 3. The trailer for season 3 looks incredible, but season 2 goes bigger, better, expands its worlds, expands its ideas, expands its characters. It's really grounded now as a show. There's so many different ways it can go. There's action, there's violence, the characters are great in this show, there's strong female characters. I could go on for days, but I will make a separate video on why you should binge watch The 100 closer to season 3, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. But The 100 is sci-fi done right, about 100 teenage delinquents sent down to the ground to see if it can be inhabited after a nuclear war destroyed it 90 years ago. And there's chaos everywhere. It's basically got the violence of Game of Thrones and characters you love, and yeah, just watch The 100. It's a great show. And we're into the top 5, and at number 5 we have Jessica Jones, which is a Netflix original show. I adored Jessica Jones. It's about a strong female character who's not necessarily a superhero, who used to be a superhero, who's coping with PTSD and the effects of rape, and it's all about her as a character. There are great female characters in this show, including Jessica Jones, who is the main character of the show. Kristen Ritter plays her fantastically, and I have a full review that you can check out here, but I will briefly go over how much I adored this show. It was a very personal story for Jessica Jones. The villain was very manipulative and very mind-controlling. That's what made it feel so intense while watching this show, is the conflict and the history that is between Kilgrave and Jessica Jones. The showrunner Melissa Rosenberg does female characters so right. They have so many different layers, and she incorporates them into the plot. It's not like they're just there doing nothing. They actually do something in the show, and that's why I just love it so much. The action is kick-ass, the plot line was really interesting and intriguing, kept me entertained throughout, had some pacing issues, but overall I love Jessica Jones as a TV show. Coming in at number 4 we have Game of Thrones Season 5. Game of Thrones continues to shock me and make me angry, especially Season 5. It continues to be entertaining even with its long political dialogue scenes, has great action, the world building is so expanded in this season. You follow the characters so much easier. Now we're in season 5 and we pretty much know who everyone is and where everyone's going and what's going on in the show. It continues to shock me and entertain me and proves to be one of the best TV shows ever created. I love this medieval fantasy world and the political history drama, and it's just incredible. The last 3 episodes of season 5 just blew my mind. I mean, spoilers for season 5 of Game of Thrones. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry. At the ending of episode 10, when everyone stabbed Jon Snow and we don't know what his fate is anymore, and there is just so many things I could talk about season 5 of Game of Thrones, but Jesus, it still continues to shock me, and I've said that 3 times. But it's the truth. Game of Thrones is still one of the best TV shows ever created and one of my favourites of this year. Now we're into the top 3, and number 3 is Unbreakable. They alive, damn it. It's a miracle. Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt, a Netflix original show created by Tina Fey. Oh my goodness, this show is incredible. I absolutely love it. The reason it is so high on my list is because I've now rewatched the show 3 or 4 times, and I'm still not sick of it. I still find it hilariously funny. If you haven't heard of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix, 1, where have you been? 2, I'm going to tell you why this show is so incredible. We follow Kimmy Schmidt, played by Ellie Kemper, who has been kept in a bunker for 15 years by her reverend. She was there with 4 other mole women, as they are known, and she has now been rescued and has to go out into the world, and she decides she's going to move to New York and live her life in New York. And it's just fun seeing her discovering new things and eating candy for dinner, and all of the characters she meets in the show are just incredibly funny, over eccentric, and it's just a joyful show. It's hilarious. The show's concept is fresh and new and funny and could be taken very depressingly in the hands of someone other than Tina Fey and the creators of the show. Ellie Kemper is fantastic in the lead role of Kimmy Schmidt. The side characters, including Titus, Lillian and Jacqueline, are all hilarious in the show, and I'll never get sick of watching it. It's such a funny show. Just watch it if you haven't. Just do it. Just do it. Now, it was very hard choosing which show I liked more for my second and first pick for this top 10 list. They kind of have the same thing. They're on par with each other, but for the sake of this list, I had to choose number 2 and number 1. So coming in at number 2 on my top 10 TV shows of 2015 list, we have Mr. Robot. And if you haven't seen Mr. Robot yet, just stop this video now, go do that, come back. Oh my god, Mr. Robot is such an incredible show. Amazing acting by Rami Malek, who plays Elliot in the show, who is a computer hacker who is recruited by this F Society, who are a group of hackers who is led by Mr. Robot, played by Christian Slater. And oh my lord, this show is so relevant, so inventive, it's realistic, it's relatable to things that are happening today with computer hacking and terrorism, and the show is set up so well in the mind of this guy who's got depression and social anxiety, and Rami Malek plays him incredibly. Everything in this show makes me question things in the show and in real life. It really, really messes with your head, and it's just an incredible, incredible show. If you haven't seen it, go do that. It's got incredible acting, incredible writing, there's twists and turns around every corner. It's such a new show and I loved it so much. I'm wondering if you guys have guessed my number 1 pick, which is Daredevil, the Netflix original show based off the Marvel comics, which I haven't read because I don't read comics. I'm going to get on that very soon though, but Daredevil is such an incredible show. We follow Matt Murdock, who is blinded by radioactive substances at the age of 9, causing the rest of his senses to be heightened, and when he starts his law firm with his friend Foggy Nelson and has his first client, he decides to become a vigilante around Hell's Kitchen in New York and solve crimes and get the villains. Now, I don't like comparing Jessica Jones and Daredevil because Daredevil is a very universal show. It has the Chinese, the Japanese, the Russians. There is so much going on with the villain in the show, but you understand his morals and why he does the things he does, and Jessica Jones is more of a personal story. There's tons more action in Daredevil. The acting's incredible. Charlie Cox, who plays Matt Murdock, does a fantastic job. The characters are great. I love Foggy Nelson and Karen, and there's so much going on in this show, but you just get so addicted. It's entertaining, it's intriguing, and the action is insane. Like, the corridor fight scene in episode 2 of Daredevil deserves to be at the top of this list. Like, Daredevil isn't even my favourite show. It's just that scene in general. It's beautiful. This is the darkest thing that Marvel has ever done. It doesn't have boundaries, it doesn't have limits, it pushes itself and pushes itself until it can't anymore. And that's what I love about Daredevil. It takes risks, the characters are great, the acting's great, the storylines are amazing, the villain is so manipulative and great. It's just so addicting to watch, and now I just want to go rewatch Daredevil. I just got extremely fangirly over Daredevil and all my other favourite TV shows of 2015. But what did you guys think of my list, and what were your favourite shows of this year? Let me know down below in the comments. As I said, I will be doing my top 10 best movies of 2015 in January, hopefully around the 15th, when I see The Revenant and Creed and Room and all that jazz. So look out for that. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing lots more TV reviews and movie reviews for you guys very soon. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. Bye!